supposed to be on submitting to time as a trader, and then yesterday I had a one-on-one with Demario, and for whatever reason I went to my notes. Like, Demario, what was the reason I went through my notes? I don't know what we started talking about, but I think I was just kind of showing the process, but I just started going into the notes. And then we went deep. Bro, I was like, let's just keep going real quick. I found some shit in there. That's why I had to go organize some shit. Some shit not gonna get some shit, you know what I'm saying? We had to organize some shit. I let Demario see it because me and Demario cool, I really don't care. He got the full game. He got the all the game. He understands how the shit go. Like, after him seeing that, he's like, damn, we all the same. We all the same person, huh? If you know, you know. But we gonna get straight to it. Where is my notes at? So I divided it all into its own category of trading. And I'm gonna have it, so we're gonna start in 2018. Let me make sure it's showing you guys. Show this like this camera too. But basically, I just want to have this session. I wanted to originally just be on submitting to time as a trader, right? And then yesterday, me and him had this call, and then it just kind of, one thing led to the next, and I found a whole lot of shit. Like, I'm talking, I found shit that I still talk about, but 2018, 2020, 2021, like shit that I'm still preaching to this day, that this is when I found out about it. This is when I was trying to teach myself the stuff that I'm trying to teach you guys now to do. And it's crazy because the dates aren't gonna lie. I made sure I didn't edit any of these because tomorrow I was learning too. I was trying to edit some shit myself. When I edit it myself, it changes the whole entire date. I'm like, damn. All right, I'll find the right shit. I'll find the right shit. But I found the right shit. You can see the dates on the left side, all these dates. But a lot of it is, I didn't leave I started to notice most of my stuff when I'm grinding, I was in here. Me right now, I'm not in here as much. A lot of the stuff I do in my notes nowadays is I got some of it, you'll see, but let's just get straight on into it. But first things first, this is December 2018. I'm pretty sure around this time I'm in 10th grade. If I really wanted to get in depth with you guys, I would have did this ahead of time. I would have got my stories too. I went and showed Demario the stories on my Instagram matching up with these days, so he could literally see the outside perspective of what I was doing. But I don't got, that's gonna take a lot of deep diving. I'll save that for a fucking YouTube video or something. But this is 2018, I'm in high school still. This is at the point where I'm like, damn, I don't know what I want to do in life. I just know that I don't want to work for somebody else. I like doing stuff online. At this point in life, I like video games. It was this is the point where I was going from being a younger kid to kind of realizing, damn, I'm graduating soon. In 2 years, I'm gonna be graduating. I'm making shitty money because at this point, I'm probably working at Chick-fil-A. This is probably around the time I started really meeting Jenner. Probably a little bit before, honestly, yeah, probably around that time. Wish she was here to be able to help with the dates, but I don't know. But I started looking into things online, YouTube, one thing led to the next. I'm looking into drop shipping. I'm looking into Amazon FBA. And this is what this is. This is December 2018 at 11:28 p.m. Mind you, this is a late night. Keep in mind, these dates, everything is key. This is me late night on December 10th, almost 12 in the morning, writing down in my notes some shit. Mind you, I'm 2018. I graduated 2020 and I was 17. So I'm probably 15 at the time. Crazily enough, I'm 15 at the time of writing this. When we startup costs, this is just me writing shit down for Shopify. This is when I was trying to do drop shipping, trying to sell stuff. This is something I will get into nowadays. I wish Bells was here because this is something that he did that he made a lot of money in. So that's something that he would be able to relate to. I don't know how many of you guys know what drop shipping is or even tried it, but I've tried it. I tried that before trading. I didn't make much money. I didn't make any money, but it was the first thing that I was trying, especially as a younger kid with not a lot of money. It's hard to have businesses. But that was this. This was 2018. This didn't really go that well, and then I kind of fell off. 2019, I found out about trading when I was on vacation in Puerto Rico, right? I was on vacation in Puerto Rico. I don't know why, a YouTube video, but I just know I downloaded MetaTrader 4, and I played on the demo for a little bit, and then I deleted it. But that was in 2019. 2020, the year of COVID, the year COVID-19, we are all on lockdown. This is when I started getting into it. This is a screenshot of Trader's Way, May 6, 2020. At this time, I'm not even 18 yet. So this account that I had on Trader's Way, I had it with my grandma's name. This wasn't under my name because I was 17 at the time, but I had a Trader's Way account under my grandma's name. That's like what I first tried and started with. I don't think I ever started. I think the demo I started with was in 2019 before I even knew what I was doing. And then when I went back into trading, I immediately went into a live account. You can see, what is this? May? Look, this is entire, hey yo, May 17th. Look at this. It's May 18th right now. I guess almost damn near 5 years later, USD CAD, USD CHF go together. This is me. This is when I was trying to learn the indexes, not all together. They follow each other, but overall with the same direction. That's me learning this 5 years ago. Some of you guys are learning this the last year, 2 years. This is what I was learning 5 years ago. I'm 22 now, so at this time I'm 17. And then look at this. A month later, now this is what happens when you go into a live account, right? It's 5, 6, right here, May 6th. I'm like getting into the account. By 6/24, a month later, I'm down 635, and I'm like, I bet. Let's start calculating how much we're up and how much we're down based off of like everything. At this point, I was negative as fuck. I was blowing accounts, and mind you, this is minus $635, depositing $100 into an account at a time. 100 here, 100 here. So I probably blew like 6 accounts. Yeah. This construction is fucking with my head. All I hear is like a fucking word camera in the background. All right, back to what I was saying. But yeah, that's like me depositing $100 into an account. So I blew like probably 6 accounts, maybe even a little bit less if I deposit a little bit more. But at this point this is June 24th, 2020 at 8:10 p.m. Mind you, I'm writing this at night. A lot of these notes, some of them are during the afternoon. A lot of these are at night. Like I was like, nighttime is one of the always times that you're always gonna be your saddest and you're always gonna be thinking about life because you're just sitting there just like, damn, this is like your real self, no cap. And then from there, we go into 2021. So a couple months later, there's like a whole bunch of notes that happen in between, but this is like the key stuff. This is when I'm learning 4-hour time frame is key. Look at this. I wrote it out. I didn't even type this shit. I physically wrote it out probably on my iPad. Cause this is around the time I was trading on the iPad. So I probably wrote that out on my iPad. So more than likely, this happened after a trading day. Because if you peep the time, 1:03, I probably took an L or learned something or had a W trade. Realizing the 4-hour, I'm like, damn, this shit, I wrote it in my notes. And whenever I write something in the notes, just know it means something. Then fast forward again. We went from February 2021 to now August 2021. Personal notes. Need to start to hold trades 1 to 2 at least. This is me trying to teach myself to hold to a 1 to 2, at least while taking 20 to 25% partials. You know how many people nowadays, why don't you take partials at 1 to 1? Why don't you take partials at 1 to 1? I already did. I already fucking did. This is in 2020. This is 4 years ago. 4 years ago, I was taking my 1 to 1s. People always ask, why don't you take 1 to 1s, bro? I've been through it all. I've taken look, second note, improve risk to reward ratio. I still say that shit. But this is, mind you, this is a lot of the time when I'm realizing it. I can know what to do and still not do it. I can know I'm the problem and still not fix it. This is when I was starting to learn the problems and I was trying to train myself into fixing them. Like, I can't lie on these dates. August 16th, this is 4 days before my birthday. I'm locked in before my birthday. And mind you, save more than 25 to 50 reels. I'll give more insight to this. At this point in my content journey, I didn't have followers. I didn't have nothing. This was when I was taking other people's content. Say I was taking their motivational posts and I would repost them on my Fear Being Average page as just a motivational thing. They'll have their at, I'll script that shit off, I'll put my at. It ain't them anyway. They took a motivational from someone else. I'm doing the same shit. We both working, right? But I would take 25 to 50. I didn't have to make them. All I had to do was put the work in to save them. And then I had content for days. No cap. And that's how I started with the Fear Being Average. I wasn't really posting them on my page because it was like other people, but I'll post it on the Fear Being Average page so when people get motivation, they go to the Fear Being Average. And then wins needs to be significantly larger than losses. You would have thought I would have wrote this shit yesterday. You would have thought I would have wrote that shit yesterday. Nah, this is August 16th. I did not touch it. And then look at this. August 25, 2021. False break below / above old low equals liquidity grab plus reversal. This is called turtle soup because I learned it from ICT and that's his little concept. But the false break, like I said, you would have thought I wrote this shit yesterday. This is when I was first learning about these things. This is when I'm first like trying to put it together. This is 5 days after my birthday. So 2021, I'm 18. This is right after my 18th birthday. But you could put it into perspective where I am. Fast forward again, September 2nd, 2021. Start to mark up daily open at 12 a.m. I've had my 12 a.m.s marked up for 4 years. I need you guys to realize that. When I tell you guys, you will look at the same chart over and over and over. I've had my 12 a.m. marked up for the last 4 years. I need you guys I need you to think what that would do to my perspective of looking at the chart in a certain perspective for so long. I don't view the charts how a lot of you guys view the charts just because I've simply looked at it different for so long. I've looked at it more structured for so long. I've traded very similar, looking for the same shit for so long. All right, let's keep going. Now we're in 9/15, so September 15th, 2021, 10:12 p.m. This is me. I'll put a little more context. This is me kind of telling myself, this is like my first version of the to-do list. Bitcoin deposit, broker deposit. Because mind you, peep time. This is my 18th birthday, 2021. This is when I'm learning about stuff. This is when I'm actually able to get my first accounts. Remember I told you I was using my grandma's name? I was doing that for until I was 18. Like all the way back here, I was using that until I was all the way up here for the most part, until I can actually have my own broker. And then look, to-do list, September 20th, 2021, make daily range checklist, set up better daily schedule. You know what? It's crazy when I used to watch videos on people like, I've been doing the same thing for years. And I'm like, man, fuck out of here. And then now I'm like, damn. I don't even, like, half of this I don't even remember writing, but it's crazy to think that it plays such a big part in what I still do. Mind you, like I said, September 20th, 2021. Then we're going into this. I always tell you guys, you start to get a little bit confident in yourself. This is when I was getting a little bit confident in myself. I was going through some winning stuff. I'm learning ICT. I'm learning smart money. I'm catching these false breaks. I'm having these little $30 accounts to 100. I wish I had more context behind like my time in the life period, but I'm posting more content. I'm starting to actually feel myself, like I'm growing in weight. Like I'm actually getting more confident in the things that I'm doing, right? In 2021, after trading for a year and some change, only being 18 for 1 month, right? I'm looking at stuff. I'm looking at how to get cars, like releasing stuff. I'm trying to figure out how to get my credit score up. I'm trying to figure out how I can get these cars, what I should have with them. Like I'm the same person I am now. I've been this person for fucking years. Like if anything, you can see how detailed, like this is all stuff that I was trying, this is the second business. This is what I'm trying to learn. This is how I'm going to be able to become rich. I've always had multiple incomes in mind. Trading has never been the only thing I wanted to do. You're going to see as this goes on, you're supposed to use your trading money or use the money you're getting from something else into your trading or vice versa. Money is used to be able to make more money. And that's exactly what the mindset I had at this point. September 25th, 2021. I don't want to go too deep in this, but this is something I'm still trying to get into. That's what's crazy. Like, I'm not going to do it technically on Toro, but me learning all this shit about the car rentals, what do you think I do so much? Like, that's why this is crazy for me to look at. I'm the same person renting all these cars, trying to figure out how to do it so I could do it for myself. And then look, I'm the same person that was trying to do it since 2021. I just wasn't in the position to do it yet. You can have dreams and ambitions. I always tell you guys the same quote. It's not a matter of if it's going to happen. It's just a matter of when. I knew I wanted to do this stuff. I just didn't know when, right? Fast forward again. 11/11/2021. Work on. You can't take losses. You always try to win every trade when you can't. Stick to 2 trades a day, 1% each. And if you lose both, take your day because 2% loss is already your average win. Learn why you do this and improve on it. This is what's holding you back. I should start sending this shit to y'all. I'm gonna start sending y'all fucking notes just with the date, just so you can, because the date holds more weight than me saying this right now in 2025. It's cool, but when you realize I've been saying this shit since 2021 to myself. Like, these are notes, keep in mind, that nobody has ever seen. This is me just writing to myself. Nobody has ever seen this besides the Mario yesterday and you guys now and me. Nobody. And then that's all of 2021. Now 2022. This is around when I actually started making decent money. This is when I started just actually getting to the position where I'm like, yeah, I'm about to move out. I'm about to move to Florida. I'm about to do all of that. I'm about to be up out of here. So right over here, March 2022. This is around the time the metaverse is going crazy. I'm like, damn, how can I take advantage of this? The same person, I've been multiple income my whole entire life. Like, as you can see from this, the Toro, the stuff on here. Now I'm looking, I'm like, VR trading, VR seminars, VR teaching, we about to go crazy. That's still a possibility. Like I told you guys, maybe not, I don't know when, but it's gonna happen. Like this, maybe I was a little bit early in my time, but people do this. How many people have you seen the VR trading videos? This is in 2022. All right, but neither here nor there. But that was cool because, mind you, this is like all stuff hedge fund. FBA Capital, that hedge fund has always been in mind. I never really wanted to do a prop firm. It's always been a hedge fund. This is always key. I'm gonna have this stuff forever in here. But FTMO cheat code, because around this time, this is when I started getting the prop firms. I'm using them But I understand it in my side, business-wise. I don't want to own a prop firm because I know they make money off the people losing. A hedge fund, you guys are giving me money because I trust myself. There's a big difference. But April 17th, 2022, FTMO cheat code, risk 1.5 per trade. This is back when we had like 10% drawdown, so 1.5 is a little bit decent. That's like 15% risk. You need 4 winning trades to win, 1 to 2 minimum. You need at least 3% a week, 1 win. 30 days, 20 trading days, 5 days each. Not really sure what this had to do with anything, but mind you, this is me growing up trying to figure out how this shit goes. But yeah, then you have a to-do list. Look at this. Look at this to-do list. June 26, 2022 at 11:33 p.m. Mind you, the late night notes hit different. When you realize when it's 10 in the morning and you hear your notes, that's cool. When you realize it's 11:30 at night and I don't have any job or nothing, and this is like around COVID, and I know for a fact I'm at home laying in my bed, it is different. 10K FTMO challenge pass, didn't have it yet. 100K FTMO challenge pass, didn't have it yet. Get secured credit card, had that. Become a funded trader, didn't have that. Get to 150 pounds. I got that. Better paying job. I always tell you guys, remember when I went from working from 6 in the morning to 3 p.m.? This is around that time. Better paying? It wasn't better paying. It was better hours. I should have reworded it. And move out. This is before I moved out. So this is a year that I moved out, but I didn't move out. You know what's crazy? June 26, 2022, I moved out 2 months later. Crazy, look. And then we fast forward 2 months, 2022 checklist. New crib, new car, bust down Cuban, bust down Rolly or Cardi. Hold on. I gotta get something just for it. Why not? Now, even though it's technically not bust down, we got the factory diamond Rolex. Mind you, this is in 2022. I wrote it. I wanted it for 2022, but I always tell you guys, it's not a matter of if it's going to happen. It's a matter of when. This is shit that I wanted in 2022. I thought I was going to happen in 2022. I genuinely did. And in my opinion, I could have bought it in 2022 with the money I had. I was just trying to be more stable. And I'm glad I did it because I fucked around and lost that money anyway. Yeah. Little foreshadowing, but yeah, I got my new car. I'm in 2022. This is when I moved to Florida now. 2 months later, to-do list, move out, didn't have that. Become funded trader, I did that within the next 2 months. 100K pass, I did that. I didn't take no 10Ks. I don't know why I had 10K. I think I was just trying to if you could pass the 10K, you could pass 100. I never bought that 10K. I'm like, fuck, I look like buying a 10K because if I do pass, I'm gonna be sick now. I just rather do the 100K. But yeah, that's a little more insight. Back to over here, bust down Cuban, didn't have that. Bust down chain, didn't have that. Rolex Cardi, not bust down. Factory diamond, but I got both of those watches now. Right? It's only that bust down is gonna come. It's a matter of when. All right? Everything happened. I didn't have certain things, and then I'm still writing the notes trying to do it. Next, October 10th, 2022, 105. Wait for crypto.com funds to process to send it to Osprey or Eagles FX, record that process. This is around the time I'm trying to get into content again because I started making money trading. I started doing good funded wise, and I started doing good with the live account, and I wanted to kind of show it to people. So October 10th, 2022, I'm documenting the process of me depositing money into my Osprey account, depositing and doing all that stuff. But that's around the time I started trying to get into content again. I was never crazy consistent with it until 2023, 2024. But 2022, I was trying to get into it, but I was still heavy locked in on just trading and just that because I'm trying to get my life together after moving out on my own and trying to figure things out. But track insights weekly, weekly profit gains, get back into journaling. 2022. Notice how I'm saying get back into journaling. I journaled at a point. I'm making money. That's what helped me move out. And then once I moved out, I started having fun. I started doing dumb shit, and that's what led me to lose money. That's what led me to get unfocused, and I'm trying to lock back in again. Be a millionaire. Like I said, this is around the time I'm trying to lock in with everything. Capture, hold, multiply, attention. I wrote this in 2022, and you can go back to my videos in 2022. I wasn't getting views. But mindset-wise and business and work-wise, I already knew what I needed to do. I knew the process. I knew what it's going to take. It's just a matter of just continuing to make it happen. But I already knew, the stuff I'm still doing. October 25th, 2022, 11:12 p.m. I'm telling you, these late night notes hit different. All these are late night notes. So what you got to keep in mind is I worked late. So this is me getting home from work, doing my weekly, my daily range case study on YouTube. This is me at my crib, smoking before I go to bed just to wake up and do it all again. But when you get home after those nights and you just think these are the nights that you're just damn, I'm trying to make some shit happen. So that's why these notes are even more key. This is like when I had my iPad. I didn't really have a laptop at the time. 12/15, so December 15th, 2022. Matter of fact, did I have a laptop? I'm pretty sure I had a laptop at this time in 2022. I just don't think I did. I had my iPad too. So this is still on my iPad, but this is me writing risk-free, 1-to-1 break even, 50-point stop loss, TP1 50 points, TP2 100 points, moving stop loss. This is like me trying to do stuff for content, but trying to explain to people what I'm doing and why I look for it. Notice how before in the notes, when we went all the way back to like over here, I'm trying to teach myself in 2021 to hold to a 1-to-2, trying to teach myself to improve in risk reward. And then a whole year later, I'm stressing the things that I literally was trying to teach myself to do, if that makes sense. So you can see me trying to teach myself, and then you can see me showing other people the stuff that was able to take me from not having the things that I wanted to starting to have it. Like, this is when I actually move. So me being able to tell you those things when I'm living at my mom's house, nobody cared. But when I moved to Florida, me saying the same shit that I was trying to teach myself actually holds weight now, because you can see what it does. This is a new whiteboard. This is when I had a whiteboard and I was like writing things down. Make multiple videos for order blocks, breaker blocks. Like, this is when I still use order blocks and breaker blocks at the time. Fair value gaps, liquidity, fair valuation. This is in 2022, 3 years ago. Big figure level, 12 a.m. Asian session moves, London session moves. Most of this stuff I still use except order blocks and breaker blocks, because I simplified it to the point where I realized I didn't really catch that many trades off of those. I didn't like the trades I caught off of those. But the fair value gaps, liquidity, with this stuff right there is all I needed. And that's when I started realizing I'm still at the time where I'm living on my own, trying to make things happen. I'm 19. I'm still young and dumb. I have some money saved, but I'm like trying to really learn on my own for the first time, having bills for the first time, everything. December 19th, that's my mom's birthday. I was locked in on my mom's birthday. 2022, 11:52 in the morning. Small account build. Account balance $100. Lot size $1 per point. Like, this is just me writing down all the stuff that I'm like, it's like a plan of action. This is my plans of action before what they are today. The trading setup, the max trades per day, max trades like dollar wise, percentage. It's up to you. I wonder who still says that. Risk to reward 1-to-2 and up. Next one. $1 billion setups, FBA. December 22nd, 2022 at 2:07 p.m. This stuff, right? I don't even got to explain much. I really don't. You guys could look at it and be like, damn, I know what this is. I understand it. 8 to 10, I kind of refined this. I only really look from 9 to 10 now. Not even 9 to 10, 9 to like 11. But that, like, you can see how stuff slowly changed. Stop loss at the high of the day. New York session, target the Asian range. Money, the London continuation, the New York reversal. Fair value gap, order block, falls break, target the hot. It's a lot of the same stuff, and this is in 2022. So you can see the progression over time. You can see how I'm starting to lock in more. You can see how I'm being more detailed with my stuff. You can see everything slowly changing. Build small account. I'm still writing these same similar notes. Risk $100 is risking a lot, but break even at 1-to-2, because I'm trying to give it enough risk that this is when I wasn't even breaking even at 1-to-1. It looks like let run, halt, hold all sells, full position. I don't know what I was holding all sells on. I was trading indexes. So that's a little stupid. Holding all sells, full position. It's a crazy rule. I ain't gonna lie. But funded account. 8 winning trades, no more than 10 losing trades, 0.5% risk, 1-to-2 minimum. You can see the 1-to-2 minimum is a very key thing. A lot of people, oh, why do you always? Because I stick to what fucking works. No cap. 1 trade per session max. London, New York session, like the time frames. This kind of changed over time, but it changes over time when you get more information. Video ideas. Like, this is 2023. Everything. How to get rich in 2023. This is like me setting everything up. Like, look at this. Previous day's high, 12 a.m., candles, time sessions. Like, this is me writing a whole bunch of things that put in videos, but it's just like what I'm doing. It's literally just a process of everything I'm doing. On to the next. Index notes. Like, this is just me putting more notes, understanding when NAS 100, US 30, S&P 500 are aligned, moving the same high probability. It's just directional bias. That's still stuff that I use. When one of the three is moving differently, watch the other two to understand what could still happen but delayed. That's free game. No cap. I be still saying the same shit. Oh, these are going up. This one looks delayed, so it might follow along. This is stuff that I was learning at 2023. But this is like me writing it down as I'm learning. This is me doing research and learning as time goes on. This is me getting my data from the time that I'm putting in and learning from it to be able to change all of this stuff. On to this. May 7th, 2023. I'm willing to change. I'm willing to be disciplined. I'm willing to be patient. I'm willing to win. I'm willing to succeed. I am willing to change my life. These are things that I started telling myself because, like I said, this is the point. I'm living on my own. I'm really trying to figure life out. I had a whole lot of money. I started losing money. I'm not making a lot of money. I'm not passing challenges anymore. I'm not getting payouts. I'm not doing shit right. I got all these bills. I got a car now. I got all these dreams and ambitions. I probably got a dog at this point now because it's 2023. All these different things I have, responsibilities, I'm stressing, I'm just trying to figure things out. I'm just like, yeah, we got to figure it out. But I'm like telling myself these things on a daily basis. And a lot of people on YouTube and stuff is telling me affirmations, all that shit. So I'm like, I bet. Train my mental, subconscious, we going to make it happen. And that's one thing that I was doing. What would I change in my trading? Self-discipline, confident/emotionless, stick to setup and session. Notice how things are starting to change from the setup, from what I should be doing, to more or less me, like realizing I'm the fucking problem. I am willing to change. Self-discipline, confidence, emotion. These are all psychology. This is all you now. This is at the point of my trading where I realized I've been trading for 2-3 years. My setups are working. Why am I not making money? It was because it was me. And this is the key point in my trading, in my life in general, where I started to actually become disciplined. I actually started to try to form that discipline. And how do you think that started? With a daily routine. This shit, you would have thought I made this shit up. June 24th, 2023. Wake up at 2 a.m., trade. This is like when I'm locked in, I'm trading London. If Kino was here, this is the point in my life where me, him, Bells, we're trading London session. Like this is me in Florida. This is when we all lived in Florida. When we was trading London session, we was active, we was working. But this is around all of our time in our life where we're really just locked in. Me and Kino and Bells are all full-time traders at this point. Just trying to make this shit work. Just trying to figure out from the things that we've gone wrong. Free time, sleep, repeat, discipline, consistency, mindset. None of these have to do with really like the setup no more. Notice, like it's really just me trying to lock in on myself. Trading rules, plan 2 to 5. Like this is a weird note. I don't know how I was supposed to read this, but it's a whole lot of something. Yeah. And then I started getting more into the probability side of things. I started understanding the blackjack probabilities, right? But I'm like, okay, if blackjack is basically like it's just a game of risk, essentially. You win some, you lose some. But what if I made it so that every win I'm taking is 2 times bigger than my loss? And I started doing the numbers. So with a 67% win rate out of 12 like blackjack hands, if I won and lost and basically just playing the game, I still could have made money. Because if it would have had, I would have made 3,000, lost 1,000 with 2 break even. So I would have made 2,000 with a 67% win rate. And I'm like, damn. Trade wise, it's the same thing. I can't control if I'm gonna win or lose. I can't control the hand I'm dealt in blackjack, but I can control how much I lose and how much I make when I do win. So this is when I'm like, okay, probability wise, mind you, I'm like disciplined. I gotta make this happen. I can't control if it's gonna lose or win or not, but I can't control how much I'm gonna win and lose when I do. Live stream again. This is when I started to try to get back into content. Mind you, see all these words again. Like I would do stuff, I would stop. I would do stuff, I would stop. Like everybody looks at me like the most consistent person now. I became consistent from being consistent and being inconsistent, right? Like I didn't just wake up one day and just start posting crazy. I was on and off all the time. But this is when stuff started to change a little bit, mindset-wise. This is when I started to get the ideas of vlogs, get the ideas of lifestyle. Live stream again, Zoom. Basically, this is when I was like live trading for free and everything. I live traded for free for a long time. YouTube, live trade on YouTube. A bigger cam, basically like have a bigger cam for the live stream, just kind of for people to see more of me and not just necessarily the charts. I wanted to kind of ingrain myself more into it. More than just charts, that was key. I was telling DeMario, this is one of the key things because this is when I started having the mindset, let me start doing something else besides charts. Let me start showing the life. Let me start showing my actual like me and what I'm going through because at this point I had a Mercedes. I'm living on my own. I might not mentally feel like I'm the man. I might not mentally feel like I'm doing what I should because I made so much money and lost it all, but I'm still living a life people still wish they could dream, like wish they could have had. I was still living on my own, had my own dog, had a little bit of money saved, but even though I had so much money saved that even like say I had like 120,000, right? And I was going through that shit like nothing. So when you go from having that to say having 30 or 40,000 saved, 30 to 40,000 is a lot. But when you go from having so much to that to not making anything also, so that's all you have, mentally it doesn't feel like a lot. So even though I kind of had to put myself into perspective, like, damn, I'm doing good still. Mentally, I know I could be better. Physically, I know I could be doing better, but I'm in a position other people wish they would want to be in. So that's why I kind of want to show more than just the charts because I can capitalize off that. other people's audios. I wanted to kind of record other people's audios. I still barely do that now. Probably should do that, to be honest. But record all my trades. I was recording all my trades heavy. And that's why I try not to record them all no more, because I realized I was killing my laptop. I was killing my storage. From experience, I don't record my trades and record all these live sessions because I've tried to do it before and I was cooking my shit. Only trade while live. I still only do that. I just have been doing that for a little bit now. And why do you think I do that? Because it holds me disciplined and it holds me accountable. I can only trade when I'm live. And if I'm live, which I have another business for, it just works out both ways. I don't take no dumb shit when I'm not here. And then I also have the discipline to show up for you guys every day. It's like yin and yang. It's like one's helping the other. And doesn't have to be with others. So I don't have to like be around others, which is key, because one of the biggest things I would always say, why would I make content by myself? Why would I? And then I started watching videos of other people just making videos by themselves, just them being alone. I'm like, damn, I could just be alone. I could just look at my videos now. This is damn near me alone 99% of the time. And then this is me really trying to lock in with shit. When cars paid, car 600, electric, pay this, pay some of my credit cards, because at this time I'm living on my own, but I'm not going back to a job. Like I'm trying to make this shit work. I'm using my credit cards that I got, but I'm like, damn, I'm trying to figure it all out. And this is like at the time where I'm like, I'm gonna figure it out. I'd rather be on my own and struggle than go to a job and lose my time that I have to be able to try to make this happen. I'd rather struggle and do this. So this is like at the time where I'm going through it. Cancel any and all subscriptions you don't need for a new apartment. Stack season, yeah. Put it all capitals. You know how that shit get. But then look, YouTube videos. So this is 2 months later now. So I'm trying to like get into YouTube videos. I'm trying to get more consistent. I'm showing the process. I'm showing me doing all these things. I'm showing like me getting into futures now. Like if you look at the next one, this is December 2023. This is when we all started getting into futures. MetaTrader started disappearing. The brokers started everything. So this is the point where I'm like going through that. I'm like, why don't I just document that whole process too? I mean, I got to start something new. I got to go to a new platform. I got to use this new stuff also. So I might as well start documenting. And then I gave this to Demaro. These are like YouTube title ideas. How I made, doing, how to start, what I started, what I learned from, stop doing, I achieved by. Like this is still stuff I use, but this is 2023, 9:50 at night, late night game. You know how that shit get. But over here, another one. This is another late night. This is at 10:47, December. This is me locked in December. Think about that, bro. This is me locked in at nighttime in the cold in Florida. Locked in at 10:47, writing down shit for payout policies, calculating the ticks, the contract sizes. It's weird because nowadays at 10:47 at night, I'm editing a video, but at this point, I wasn't doing YouTube. I wasn't doing content like that. I was doing it here and there, but I wasn't uploading every day. I wasn't uploading at the same time every day. I wasn't doing all of that stuff how it is at this level that I am now. But you can see this is when I started learning for US 30, the tick value, NASDAQ, the tick value. Like this is how people gotta be. Most people aren't this detailed when it comes to their shit. And this is stuff nobody else seen besides myself. Like the only things that you guys might get some game from these notes because I'll write in my notes and then give you the game off the notes, like the main like ideas and the headlines and everything. But nobody sees this stuff like actually besides me. So this is just me being detailed enough to myself to really just understand this shit. Because if you're not gonna be detailed, if you're not gonna try, nobody else is. And this is when I started getting heavy into content. 2024, I'm showing everything. You can see the detail of this shit. Mind you, I'm not getting paid to write this shit. I'm not getting paid to be neat. I'm not getting paid to do none of this right here. This is me doing it for myself because I actually wanted to learn. I actually wanted to take this shit in to a next level. So mind you, this is me doing popular ideas when it comes to reels. Like I'm watching videos, I'm writing the notes, like stuff that you guys should be doing when it comes to your trading, when it comes to your stuff. I'm doing that shit with everything. The content, I'm doing that shit with this. Like I'm not getting the views I get for no reason. I'm not able to have people here every morning for no reason. I'm not able to have the consistency with my trading for no reason. Everything happens for a reason, right? And you guys may not see a lot of it, but a lot of this shit is the behind the scenes that nobody sees. 9:22 at night, I'm writing all this shit, watching videos myself. Like I'm not getting paid. I'm not recording none of this. Nothing. None of it. But this is in January 4th, 2024. 100K payout system, 8:28 at night. Late night be hitting. I ain't gonna lie. Like all these are late night. This is me really trying to lock in every day because I work all day. Then at nighttime it's like, all right, my life still sucks. We gotta fix some shit essentially. But January 26, 2024, 8:28. I'm like, all right, 100K payout system. I'm in futures now. I'm understanding top steps. So if I wanted to get certain payouts with a 90-10 split, I'm like writing out how much I would have to make if I was able to like withdraw 50% at the time. So for me to make $450, risking $250 per trade with a 1 to 2 minimum, I would need 2 wins. For me to make $900, and mind you, see how I'm not really making it like I gotta win this trade. I'm just looking at actually trades. For me to make money, I gotta do what? Catch trades. Not I gotta do this and I'm gonna make. No, I'm focused on the process. How am I gonna make money? By consistently winning trades. That was the key, and I understood that. So for me to win, to make a certain amount of money, I already knew how many W's, how many trades I would have to win. So it's just a matter of time now. That's all it was, just time. So you can see over here, this is when I started, like some of these stuff is probably even in the meeting recordings. Because this is now at the time where I'm really getting everything locked in. I'm showing people payouts. I'm showing everything that I've been doing, but now I'm doing it on camera. I'm doing it with the content. And this is after I downsized my apartment, after I went through that stack season. I'm trying to fix my credit. I'm trying to like get everything back in order after having it all, losing it all, and now I'm building it back up. This is the building up to where I am right now, because this is only a year ago now. But I was still doing my own thing. I tell you guys all the time, I was living on my own, trading for a good amount of time. That's why I recommend you guys have another income, have another job, because I was doing this shit full time, and that shit's stressful. That shit makes you hate life. Trust. I be telling you guys from experience, you gotta have other incomes, because doing that shit full time is stressful as fuck. These notes, I had a lot of these notes you're not gonna see. A lot of them you're not gonna see. But look, and then I've started to get like, this is when I'm starting to actually see change. I'm starting to get some views on the YouTube video now. I'm starting to pass some challenges. I'm starting to get payouts again. I'm starting to do all the things I couldn't do a year ago. But you can see the change in the things that I'm implementing into my life to get to this point. How to change your life in 6 months now. Set a plan. That's key, because all this shit didn't happen by accident. It all came from a plan. Locking in. Daily habits, staying focused, building discipline, learning from the losses, and 6 to 13 months of work. People want shit to happen overnight. It's not gonna happen overnight. I've been uploading videos for a long time. I've been trading for a long time. People really, like, I didn't just come out of nowhere. I wish I did, but I didn't. I've been doing this 5 years. I've been trading now. I've been making content way longer than that. All these skills have been things that I've learned from way before to become the person that I am now, to have the traits, to have the skills that I have right now. But look at this also. How can I get to 50K a month? June 3rd, 2024, 324. I have to make, if I can make $892 a trade from 2 trades, I can make 50K a month, right? And then 1,000 per month. I think that was like me having 1,000 people in VIP per month. Like, this is me trying to figure out how I'm able to make like 150K in a month from every income that I have. Trading, the business where I'm live trading now, because I stopped doing it for free, because I was like, this is too much of my time. Fuck all that. I'm gonna start doing the live trading because this is actually beneficial. This is something that people want to pay for, and because I was doing the YouTube now, it was a good funnel, because I'm doing something that people wanted to do. I have proof of it, and I'm posting it every single day. They're gonna want to be a part of the team. So if I could have 1,000 people in VIP a month, that's when it was $50 a month. I can make 50K a month just from VIP. If I can make $892 from trades, if I could risk $892 a trade to trade, I honestly don't know what that means, but each of these equal 50K a month. And if I can get 20 million views a month, I can make 50K a month. Like, I was trying to figure out how much what process needed to be done for me to get to a certain amount monthly for each of my businesses, not just one. I'm trying to build everything, because mind you, I was already at the point where I only focus on just trading, and I got fucked. I got cooked, because when you lose, it feels like the end of the world. But when you have other things to focus on, when you have other stuff that requires your time and attention, you physically have other responsibilities. If you have kids and family, you're not going to be as stressed on the charts all the time, because you have real life responsibilities compared to somebody like me that was on my own, that my biggest responsibility is my fucking dog. Yeah, I was worried about the charts and the money that I kept losing on month's end because I had bills and shit to pay for. So multiple incomes is key. And make sure your incomes can revolve around each other, because each and every one of these had to do with trading and just myself. It's not like I was making YouTube videos on cars. I had education stuff on fitness, and then I was trading. It's not like I was doing 3 different things. They all revolved around trading, which kept me on track. And then also, mind you, the content's doing good. I'm starting to do everything. I'm starting to structure the vlogs. I'm showing people how I turned $250 into 3.4K. Some of you guys might even know that video. To be honest, some of you guys might even know what that video is. But this is me like writing down the intro, basically doing everything, test driving a car, all of this stuff, like the schedule guide, withdrawal, showing them withdraw when you can, as much that makes sense. Like, this is me literally showing, this is me writing to myself what I'm gonna do in the vlog to show the process. Like, me not Hellcat. I don't know why I have Hellcat at the bottom. I don't know. Intrusive thoughts, I guess. But yeah, I wrote Hellcat at the bottom. Matter of fact, you know what that was? I think I was thinking about getting a gun. I was thinking about getting a Hellcat. I'm like, Hellcat? I definitely wasn't looking at, but a Hellcat. I was looking at getting a Hellcat the gun. That makes sense. Time-wise, yeah, June 2024, I started doing a little bit of views. I'm like, I bet I'm gonna get strapped up after getting noticed in public. We ain't doing this. But then this is when I started working with Hanko Trade. That's when Hanko Trade started working with me from the content. And then goals-wise, same thing. Like I'm doing the same thing. YouTube, VIP, trying to figure out how much I can make from each to be able to get it. And then VIP went to 1,400 members a month because I'm pretty sure I had lowered the price or some shit. But I think that's how 1,400 members a month will make me 35K. 3 million views a month will make me 35K. And if I can make 8,750 a week, average $1,200.50 a trade, risking $1,250, meaning like if I win a trade and lose a trade, so it's like making what I would risk, I can make 35. So 35 plus 35 plus 35 was that 105 a month in 2025. So I'm writing this 2024, like really trying to level everything up, building capital. This is me like writing stuff to you guys, trying to explain to you how I got to this position. Because at this point, I'm full-time trading again. At this point, I'm not working. At this point, it's just me building up fully. Just trying to explain to you guys how I got to my point, how I got to where I am. Literally just doing it. Like literally just everything in here is stuff that I working a job or two, bills and living. Why that's stuff that I'm explaining because I went through the bullshit of trying to go through it and the stress of it. Scaling, more hours at job, more hours into side hustle, invest more money into fund. Like this is all stuff I was literally doing myself. Like you guys, I don't lie and tell you guys to do shit that I speak so much and I can post so much and like I have so much game without having no fucking notes because I'm just speaking from experience. And that's why it makes it so easy. A lot of people, they can't make content, they can't show up every day because they have nothing to talk about. They don't have real life experience. I've been through a lot of the bullshit that allows me to just have shit to talk about a lot. January 19th, 2025. This is in 2025 now. This is a couple years, I said a couple years, couple months ago now. This is like, you can see what I'm doing, like the VIP sessions, how I'm like being detailed with you guys, trying to get you guys like, this is like more or less what my notes have come to now. But you guys seen the progression up until this point. Like my notes haven't really became my goals and stuff no more. It's me just working. It's me having my daily routine. The stuff that I was trying to teach myself to do is what my notes became. My notes became the daily routine. My notes became me structuring myself. My notes became me being disciplined enough to do what I was supposed to because I already focused on the things that I wasn't good at. I hold my 1-2s now. And I know my system and process isn't a problem. And you can see, look, to-do list. January 29th, 2025, 9:56 at night. You can see like all these things that are getting done. Payout, did that for the day. Card content, whatever, I don't know what, yeah. Post reels, new reels, gym, walk the dogs, Instagram live, post reels, live with VIP. And this just becomes day by day because I tell you guys all the time, if it's not broken, don't fix it. The same thing that's been able to get me into this apartment, I just make sure I'm doing the same things every day. Recording my trades, being my best version of myself when I trade so I don't over risk, so I don't over leverage. Showing up for you guys to show you guys how to do the same exact thing. And then you can see like little notes change. This isn't my car and I don't know why this car is in the notes, to be honest, but 5.7, this Lambo's in the notes with like the view in the background. And that's like the last note that I have from here that I shared for the favor. But you can see the progression of how time kind of went on from this very first note in 2018 from me trying to do Shopify at like 15 years old to my first trading account in 2020 at May 6th, and as a 17-year-old trading under my grandma's like email and everything. Her, not even email, her whole everything. But yeah, from Forex pairs, from being negative to all the way to literally having big figure days, like all this levels, how to change your life, how to make 50K in a month, understanding how to trade futures in 2023 going into 2024. It's crazy, but it just goes to show you got to submit to time because I will go all the way back to here to this note also. This bust down, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to edit it there. Now it's edited. This was now edited though. You seen it edited live. I don't have the bust down, but I do have the Rolex and that. This one I'm going to unedit. It was going to say edit anyway. But I'm going to edit that one because that is officially done. And I will say it didn't happen in 2022. It happened in 2025. For one of those, for two of those watches. The chain, I'm gonna get this year. I'm gonna have to get a chain this year just to make this, just to knock this shit off now. Just yeah, for the culture. But the car, I got that in 2022. The crib, I got that in 2022. It just goes to show sometimes you're not gonna get everything you want when you want it. It's gonna happen when it's supposed to. I got the Cardi and the Rolex, but it's still not even a bust down. It's like half and half. It's like I'm getting there slowly but surely. But it's just all part of the process. You just gotta submit to time, and that's one of the biggest things people can't do. Once you submit to time, everything else is just a matter of time. That's really it. And I'm just here. I'll do this because that was a good game. There we go. How long was that? How long was I talking? 44 minutes. Oh shit. But yeah, that's game. I would be lying to you guys if I said that was mainly for you, but I wanted to have that shit recorded for myself. It was just a win-win. I ain't gonna lie, that's a win-win. You guys gonna get benefit from that regardless. I ain't gonna lie. That shit's crazy work. Confidence dry as fuck. Oh, yeah, no cap. Anything I could do, you could do the same thing, and that just goes to show, because I'm the same person. And then, like I said, DeMario's seen the other shit. DeMario's seen the other shit. Like, he's seen the real, yeah. Yeah, no Diddy. Nah, yeah. If you guys got questions about anything, shit, just let me know. For the most part, the main thing you want to take for ace and that is just submit to time. Everything is going to happen when it's supposed to, not when you want it to. If I'm not gonna do it, then who is? Because you can give up all you want. Nobody's gonna stop you from giving up. But if you give up, I mean, your life is gonna be your life. You're gonna be the only one that have to deal with it. And I have ambitions. I mean, ain't no way I was gonna give up and somehow get a bus down, somehow get a Rolex, somehow get an apartment, somehow get all of those things. It's not gonna happen. It's just, and so unless you're gonna be okay with that, it's physically like there was no other option. It's either you make it happen or shit, die trying. That's what I was like. Even me, I was living on my own. I was willing to go heavily into credit card debt versus go work a job for myself. I still would. I'll do that shit again. I don't regret it. Could have been done better? Yeah, but I don't regret it. And it worked out, so I'll do that shit again. No cap. Because I know it's possible. And if I could do it once, I could do it twice. Especially with the experience. Now I just know what I didn't know to get me to that next level. Every year is just you're going to learn from it to be able to get to the next level. 1% a day. Nothing happens overnight. No cap. If you're being average. Yeah, if you're being average. I had to put this on for the sake of this video. Alright, done. Y'all don't want to type? Y'all want to type? This is a lot. Wait. Are half these been questions? Quick question. Who was you watching on YouTube and reading books from a while, learning all these things? Everyone, bro. Grant Cardone heavy on, but I was everyone. Like, I've never been like I'm sticking to one person. I was learning from a lot of different people that did a lot of different things. He said, real introvert trying to cop a fire because he well known. Right, the Hellcat funny. Hellcat funny. I'm like, Hellcat, I definitely wasn't thinking about getting a Hellcat. I did not have Hellcat money. And I'm like, wait, time 2024? Yeah, I think that's around the time I got the Glock. Makes sense. And both of those, because I was looking at the Glock 43X or a Hellcat, but I went to test both. And that Hellcat, strong as fuck. That shit, douche, it might hurt, make your hand hurt. I'm like, yeah, this Glock is way more. I can let that shit fly. The Hellcat, you gon' that shit hurt your hand. Nah, no cap. Been watching a lot of John Mark Stevenson and his longer blueprint videos. Like, he's good too. He's someone I watch to this day. Like, I started watching him like after my whole grind era. Like, I started watching him after I was like doing something for myself. So that goes to show. He does be speaking real shit though. He do, especially depending on what you want to do. I would say if you're looking to get into mentorship, like coaching people, just helping people, he's definitely someone good too. But like I said, you want to learn from people that are doing things you want to do. John Mark Stevenson, he makes a lot more money than me in my space in terms of like education. He makes more than me than I do from all my incomes with his one, just from that space. So it's just, there's a lot to learn from everybody. You just got to be able to take advantage of it. I always stress you guys to learn from other people. Just got to be careful who you learn from. Just do your due diligence. But yeah, that was a great game right there. Great game. I'm going to have that one uploaded for you guys.